So in today's video, man, I got you guys with the top 5 class setups, man, in Warzone Season 3 Reloaded. On the brand new update, guys, they nerfed and they buffed a couple weapons, man. I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 class setups to use with the primary weapons and the secondary weapons. The meta definitely switched up, man. So this video is very, very important, guys, if you guys want to get out there and dominate on Rebirth Island and even on Music Stand. I'm going to show you guys an honorable mention, and I'm going to show you guys the best 5 class setups to use right now in Warzone 3. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, so starting off, guys, with the number 1, with our honorable mention, man, we're gonna showcase the Bal 27, the brand new assault rifle in Warzone 3, man. This thing is very good at medium range. It's not as overpowered as I thought it would be, guys, but with this class setup I'm about to show you guys, man, this thing has. So coming in with our first attachment, man, we have the Cassius Break as our muzzle, man, give you that horizontal recoil control and fire aim stability. Coming in with our second attachment, guys, we have the knocked kill long barrel, give you that recoil control and gun kick control. Coming in with our third attachment, man, we have the Bruin heavy support grip, give you that gun kick control, aiming out of sway, horizontal recoil control, give you pretty much everything for recoil control. Coming in with our fourth attachment, guys, we have the Ardent tack stock, which also helps you out with recoil control as well. And for our fifth and final attachment, man, this thing burns through ammo so fast, so you definitely need the 60-round mag, because the 30-round stock mag is not good enough. So guys, this is our Bal 27 class setup, man. This thing has a lot of recoil, so I highly recommend running this class setup because it gives you like the lowest amount of recoil that I could find. Now, if you guys can find another class setup, y'all let me know in the comment section below. But the Bal 27, guys, has a lot of recoil. This class setup makes it has absolutely no recoil at all. Alright, guys, so our official first class setup we're using in today's video, man, for the top 5 class setups, guys, we have the Wasp 9 SMG. This thing is one of the most underrated guns in the game. You're throwing this Zen compensated flash hider, guys, the thing has absolutely no recoil. Coming in with our second attachment for this Wasp 9 SMG, we have the DR6 hand stop, give you that aim down sight speed, aim walking speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. Now, this gun did get a buff in Warzone 3, Season 3 Reloaded. It got like a sprint to fire buff or something like that. This thing is absolutely amazing, guys. It always has been from the end of the game. This update made it even better. Coming in with our third attachment, man, we have the high grain rounds, give you that bullet velocity and damage range. Coming in with our fourth attachment, guys, we have the Wasp factory stock, give you the aim down sight speed, movement speed, and sprint. And coming in with our fifth and final attachment, man, we have the 50-round drum mag. Now, most of the time when I play, guys, I play trios and quads, which I'm using the 50-round mag. But if you're playing solos, you might be able to get away with that 40, because only downfall to this weapon, in my opinion, is the slow ADS and stuff like that. It's a little bit slower. But after the update, it is a lot faster. But that still is the biggest downfall, in my opinion, to this weapon. So you might be able to get away with the 40 mag and like, because this gun is a little bit slow. All in all, guys, this is the class that we're using in today's video for the Wasp 9, man. This thing has some weird iron sights, and if you do not like the iron sights, I highly recommend taking off the high grain rounds and throwing on like any type of optic that you prefer for like up close gunfights and stuff like that. This thing is absolutely amazing for recoil control, movement speed. For our third weapon, guys, we're going to be showcasing the SVA 545. Man, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's the best primary in the game right now, especially when you use it with the alternate burst ammo or the burst fire and something like that, like whatever it's called. It shoots like 2 bullets at a time, and this thing is absolutely insane. So with our first attachment, we have the Sonic Suppressor, because this thing gives you the most bullet velocity for any muzzle. Coming in with our second attachment, we have the Bruin heavy support grip. And obviously it gives you everything that you need for recoil control and stuff like that. This thing doesn't have any vertical recoil control at all, but it just makes it feel like the bullets register a little bit better, especially with the Sonic Suppressor, and it gives you a little bit more recoil control. So Bruin heavy support, I highly recommend it, because it's easier to shoot people out the sky, and it's much easier to control the longer range. For our third attachment, man, we have the STV precision barrel, mixing in with the muzzle and the barrel perfectly, guys. The muzzle and the underbarrel perfectly, man, give you more range and give you more bullet velocity and making you more like a hit skin. For our fourth attachment, we have the Jack Glastic optic. Now, you guys can use the Choreo Eagle's Eye if you want to, for the bigger map or whatever. That attachment is good on this gun as well, on this class setup. But most of the time I play Rebirth and stuff like that, so I feel like the Jack Glastic. And for our fifth and final attachment, guys, we have the 60-round mag. You might be able to get away with that 45-round mag in solos, but I highly recommend 60 if you're playing trios and quad. All in all, guys, this is the class setup for the SVA 545. This is the best primary in the game right now, in my opinion. Just make sure that you're using it in the hyper burst or the burst fire mode. Bullets at a time, and it's absolutely over. All right, guys, so for our fourth weapon in the class that we're talking about in today's video, EG58 LSW got an insane buff. Warzone Season 3 Reloaded, and I think this thing might be the next meta. So for our first attachment, guys, we're using a Cassius Break, which gives you horizontal recoil control. The gun doesn't really have a lot of vertical recoil control, and the Cassius Break pretty much stops it from doing that upward to the left or upward to the right kick that it has. And this thing has absolutely no recoil at all. For our second attachment, guys, we have the Woody long barrel, give you that bullet velocity and give you that control, mixing it perfectly with the fastest brake, so this thing has absolutely zero recoil. For our third attachment, guys, like I said about the muzzle, this thing has like that up to the left, up to the right kind of recoil. So if you throw on the Bruin heavy support, it helps you with that horizontal recoil control. All you have to do is pull down your stick. For our fourth attachment, guys, we have the recoil reduction butt plate, also giving you more help with your recoil control, making this thing an absolute laser beam. For our fifth and final attachment, guys, the Corio Eagle's Eye is good on this weapon. Also, the iron sight is good too. If you want to use the iron sight, you can take off the sight and use like high grain rounds to give you a little bit more range and make you and stuff like that at the long ranges. But I use the Jack glassless because obviously it helps with fire aim and stability, and it just makes it seem like you just have you're cheating. Makes it seem like you have absolute aimbot you're using this class. All in all, guys, this is the class setup for the DG58 LSW LMG. I think this thing will be the next meta in Warzone. It might actually take over on the SVA because obviously with the SVA you have to use burst fire. So since this thing is automatic and it has 60 bullets by default and you can kind of use an extra attachment, thing is absolutely insane, and this is the best. All right, guys, back to the secondary weapons, man. I think this Striker 9 SMG is the best secondary in the game, guys, and let me show you guys. So we're using a Zim compensator flash hider for our first attachment, obviously giving you the shorter radar pings, which means like it's kind of like a suppressor. So like when you're shooting an unsuppressed weapon, obviously you're using this muzzle, obviously don't show it for that long. So and obviously it gives you less recoil. Coming up with our second attachment, guys, we have the DR6 hand stop, give you just making you a little bit more faster on the map and stuff like that. Aim down sight speed, aim walking speed, in case you have to aim walk on staircases. For our third attachment, guys, we have the high grain rounds. I don't use a barrel on this weapon because I don't want to slow it down at all. It already has like kind of a weird feel when the aim down speed and stuff like that. We got the high grain rounds instead of a barrel, so we can have that extra bullet velocity range without being slow. For our third attachment, we have the RB Crotalus assault stock, giving you gun kick control, fire aim and stability, just giving you more recoil control to kind of counteract the high grain round. And for our fifth and final attachment on this Striker 9 SMG, guys, we're running a 50 round mag. And this thing has an insane fire rate, so I highly recommend the 50 mag, even if you're playing solos, duos, trios, or even quad. Obviously quad. All in all, guys, this is the class setup for the Striker 9 SMG, man. This thing is the best SMG in the game right now, guys. This and the Striker got a buff. Striker 9 got a buff in the Season 3 update, but the Striker SMG got a buff in yesterday's update. This is still the best SMG in the game. It feels absolutely so amazing. It feels smooth, no recoil, and great movement speed. All right, guys, for our fifth class setup in the top 5 class setups in Warzone 3, man, we're going to be showcasing the Striker SMG. The Zim compensator flash hider is the best muzzle, in my opinion, for every single SMG because it doesn't take away from that much of aim down sight speed or movement, and it just gives you absolutely no recoil. It also gives you important radar pings to where you don't show up on the minimap that long. For our second attachment, guys, we have the Striker Recon Long Barrel. Give me that bullet velocity and range, and obviously give you aim idle sway. For our third attachment, I know this is kind of weird, man, for this weapon, but I seen most of you guys probably know I seen DS Biffle using this class setup with this underbarrel, and this thing has absolutely negative recoil. I promise you guys, just try this thing out on this gun, and I swear to you, will not be having no recoil at all. This thing shoots. For our fourth attachment on this gun, we're using a Lackman Recon Series stock, giving you more gun kick control, recoil control, and aiming idle sway. For our fifth and final attachment, man, you don't want to slow this thing down too much, so I don't want to use a 60 round mag. The 48 round mag is perfect for this weapon because it doesn't have a super duper fast fire rate. I feel like the 30 round stock mag is just not. So all in all, guys, I know this is kind of weird, a little bit different for the Striker, man, but it's not going to slow you down that much, and it's going to have absolutely no recoil. If you guys do not like the iron sights, I highly recommend taking off Bruin heavy support and throwing on the optic of you guys' preference. This class setup, man, is absolutely amazing. It has no recoil. I hope you guys enjoyed these top 5 class setups, man, and let me know in the comment section below what you guys' favorite weapon to use right now in Warzone 3 and on Rebirth Island. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If y'all do, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe if y'all new. And I'll catch you guys in the next heaters, man. Peace.